Hey YouTube, it's ICU, and today, following my recent video where I shared with you a really epic iOS 10 concept, I kind of wanted to do the same thing in today's video with new iPhone concepts, as well as share some awesome rumors pertaining to the forthcoming iPhone 7. So let's start with the concepts. Now, as I'm sure the majority of you are aware, Apple is rumored to release a brand new iPhone this month, actually. Not the iPhone 7 though, what's being referred to online as the iPhone SE. It was initially called the iPhone 5 SE in news circulation. However, it since dropped that 5 designation to just become the iPhone SE when referring to it in rumors. For those of you who have yet to watch some of my recent videos concerning the device, I have actually put together a brand new playlist that I will have linked down below in the more info, as well as the equivalent to that playlist for the iPhone 7. I highly recommend checking out some of the videos in those two playlists first before picking up here. So now let's discuss those concepts, because as you'll remember in some of my past videos, I shared with you several different renderings based on leaked schematics from case manufacturers. So there were a few different versions going around at the time. 9to5Mac on leaks as well as Curve.de kind of released the main reports concerning those leaked specifications that received the most news circulation. So concept artist Martin Hayek took it even a step further and released some very high quality renderings of his own based on the information from those aforementioned sites. And you can see here in some of these images, he compares them against one another, so we kind of have an idea, at least somewhat, what the iPhone SE could look like. So on the more iPhone 5S oriented side of things, we have 9to5Mac's version. It looks very similar to the iPhone 5S, the last 4-inch iPhone. You'll notice we have basically the exact same design, and unfortunately it still has that elongated dual tone flash that, remember, was merged into a more singular unit with the release of the iPhone 6. So this is very 5S oriented. It even has those glass windows at the top and bottom that serve in place of the current antenna breaks on the iPhone 6 and 6S models. Now let's take a look at OnLeak's version, which I think looks a little bit more like an iPhone 6 or 6S. It has a very clean design. Again, it is scaled down into a more 4-inch version, and it even has those circular volume rocker buttons like the 5S and 9to5Mac's render. The information provided by OnLeaks though still indicates that elongated flash module. And a cool departure from the current antenna windows that we have though on the iPhone 6 and 6S design, you'll notice that they are absent from the sides of the device, instead just spanning across the back of it and kind of along the top as well, which of course is an element that's rumored to be adopted by the iPhone 7. And finally, we have the third iteration, which is just from Curve.de, and this one looks the most like the iPhone 6S and 6S Plus with those gaudy antenna windows, and it even has a protruding camera lens, unlike the other two versions. So this one's just basically a smaller iPhone 6S design. And another cool thing that we could compare to is just the bottom, so the speaker as well as microphone layout. Take a look at these and let me know what you think. Even if you don't plan on getting the SE, I'd love to know what you think. Again, let me know down below in the comment section. Also, in the description of this video, I will have a direct link to designer Martin Hayek's post where he published out all of these source images I'm using here in today's video, with his permission, of course. You can drop him a line, just send him an email, let him know what you think, tell him I sent you if you decide to do that, and then come back here and of course discuss in the comment section. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on the iPhone SE. Now let's discuss the iPhone 7, arguably the hottest thing when we're talking about Apple outside of iOS and jailbreaking. So we have some new rumors pertaining to the next generation iPhone scheduled for release later this fall. So according to a new report from Maca Takara, they've seemingly corroborated earlier reports of the removal of the 3.5mm headphone jack that we've talked about at length in previous videos here on the channel. They've also suggested that the device will have dual speakers, which is something that we've heard before as well. So a 2-speaker system, that would be absolutely awesome. I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope that rumor comes true, as well as a thinner lightning port. Now this doesn't necessarily mean that current lightning cables will not work with it. In fact, it doesn't mean that at all. It just means that the space used for the port will essentially shrink, so it won't be quite as big, which could allow them to incorporate an even thinner design. Unfortunately though, though, if this report is correct, they also state that the iPhone 7 will have the same water resistance level as the 6S, meaning it won't be water resistant at all, and it will use the exact same materials that we have on the iPhone 6S and the 6, meaning we'll have that same aluminum type material instead of a new composite metal that was rumored for the iPhone 7. Now, according to My Drivers, a Chinese website, they suggest that we may also receive a third iteration of the iPhone 7, a Pro model, so to speak, with the dual camera lens that we've talked about previously. Remember, Apple is expected to implement a dual camera of some sort into some iPhone. It was initially suggested that it would be exclusive to the Plus series, but now they may actually release one even beyond that. So an iPhone 7, iPhone 7 Plus, as well as an iPhone 7 Pro. That could be very interesting if that actually pans out. And let me tell you, if it does, they better add more than just dual cameras to actually encourage people to purchase it and upgrade from even the iPhone 7 Plus. Now, finally, the last thing we're going to talk about in today's video is the display. So the iPhone 7 probably will not have OLED technology. We've known that for a while, but what initial reports were suggesting is that Apple will adopt the technology into the 2018 iPhone. Now, however, new reports look like Apple is fast tracking that move to 2017. So the iPhone 7S and 7S Plus and possibly even 7S Pro may have OLED displays, though if supply constraints are an issue, then OLED technology might just be reserved to the higher end iPhone models at the time of its implementation. So if we actually do get an iPhone Pro series, then it would be something like the iPhone 7S Pro, or if we don't, the iPhone 7S Plus. What do you guys think about that? I mean, OLED technology is absolutely great. I really do love it on the Apple Watch. It provides a fantastic viewing experience. I want to know what you think about OLED down below in the comment section. Just be sure to let me know. All right, and that wraps up iPhone 7 as well as iPhone SE coverage and concepts in today's video. If you want to be updated more often, such as when I release new videos concerning various things ranging from next-gen iPhones to iOS and jailbreaking, click the subscribe button below next to my channel name if you have yet to. Like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And until next time, this is ICU signing out. Join the iCrack Your iDevice community on Patreon to help out the channel and to be featured in videos similar to these top contributors. Click the link on your screens now if you're on desktop, or check below.